Howdy tours, welcome back to the Zach Life. So I just got back from my first trip in this motorhome. Of course, like I've got to do everything, I got to do it backwards. Shoot the intro after the fact. I'm not smart enough to do it chronologically. But nonetheless, as far as you're concerned, the progression of the video, we're fixing to go on the first trip in this thing. Now this isn't going to be a vacation of mine. We're going to a friend's shop. It's actually a place of business. I won't be able to really walk around the camera. There's people that work there and people in and out. But the idea is that we're going to Kansas. It's about 350 miles each direction. We're going to get a good shakedown run. See if we have any mechanical problems. We're going to cook in it. We're going to eat in it. We're going to take a shower in it. We're going to sleep in it. And basically just, as I say, give a shakedown run. See if we've got any problems, anything we don't like. And then while I'm there, I'm going to be there a few days. I built the cabinets to go over the top of the kitchen area over here. Anyway, let's hit the road. Well, tubers, here we go. I'm pulling out of my driveway with this thing. I'm heading to Kansas to some friend's house. I'm gonna go hang out there a few days and we're gonna go build some cabinets. I gotta go put some fuel in this thing. It's 11 o'clock. It's gonna be about a actually about a 6-hour drive in this. I'm not gonna drive this 80. But if I have any trouble, I'll keep you informed. But if not, we'll see you in Wichita. Well, I'm about 25 minutes into my trip. I got a real bad side wind. I think it's about 15 miles an hour. And I am so pleased with this. I can't describe it. I can feel the wind. You know, you can feel it push on you. But it's not even a thing at all. It's not anything like a motorhome. Everything's going good. Knock on wood, I haven't had any trouble. The transmission is making some noise, which bothers me a little bit. Just an overdrive. But I don't know, we'll see how that turns out. I know some of these did. That may not be a problem. But I'm driving, you know, about 70 and 1700 RPM. That's 165 degrees. Pyrometer is about 750. RPM's about 180. It's all looking good to me. This thing rides so smooth. You know, I love a Peterbilt because the way they ride. And this thing rides, I'm on this I-44 interstate that's horrible. And I feel like I'm in a car. Even better almost. Anyway, signing off. I'll catch you in a minute. Well, I'm about 220 miles, 250 miles anyway. I spoke a little fast about the road and the wind. I forgot how 44 gets worse the farther north you go. But the wind is horrible. The wind's blowing about 30 and it's just directly at the side of me. It's drivable, but if you were in a motorhome or pulling a camera trailer, it would be absolutely horrible. There was a dealership back there that had flags. They were just pointing straight across the road. Anyway, everything's looking good. The transmission's running kind of hot. It's about 210. But I don't know if I'm sad. It doesn't have a cooler on it. I pulled the cooler off of it. I may have to put a cooler back on it. That ain't a big deal. I'm pushing a bunch of air and I've been driving pretty hard. But so far so good. We'll catch you when we get there. Well, we made it. 310 miles. Other than the 40-mile-an-hour wind, it was a pretty uneventful, not bad trip. Well, got here yesterday evening. Didn't have any problems at all. The power steering box is leaking some oil. But other than that, and it's actually just a little O-ring fitting. It just kind of made a mess on the side of the motorhome. That'll be a really easy fix. But got plugged in, everything went good. So what I'm planning on doing while I'm here, I'm gonna build a cabinet that goes upright and then along the top and something over here. I'm probably not going to show much of me actually building these because you've seen me build a bunch of cabinets. This is more about the first trip, I guess, than building cabinets. But I'll probably give you a few updates as we knock a little bit of it out. So I'm back home. I got home earlier today, as I said at the beginning. Got the cabinets done. Got them all painted. The doors, excuse me, are all cut up, but they've got to be done. That's going to be a pretty good project. I didn't really show building the cabinets or building the doors. You know, it was hard to carry a camera around up there, and on top of that, you've seen me build a lot of cabinets. There's no use in wasting your time at that. I want to make this nice and short and sweet. But anyway, like I say, I do have them done. I think this is probably going to be, by the way, I got a toaster oven. I'm going to build a deal. I think it's going to go on top of the refrigerator. I've got a little dinky microwave coming, and I think I'm going to be able to mount it, take it apart and mount it to the bottom of this cabinet. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I was thinking like cups and plates and bowls and whatnot in this cabinet. I'm going to try to put all the cooking equipment like the hot plates, and I already got my little Instapot up there in the corner. I don't know what else. Seemed like there was more things. Maybe put some dividers in here to keep stuff from being able to crash forward if you have to hit the brakes. But try to put all the cooking stuff up there. Might use this as somewhat of a pantry. I built those up there. My idea behind that was to have to be food storage. That'll free up space down here. Probably keep my cast iron pans in the bottom. I've got an air bed and a water hose. I don't know if I showed the water hose. I put a water faucet in right there. You can actually hook the water hose up with a sprayer to give the dog a bath or something outside if you need. But hopefully this will stay pretty empty. We'll be able to put the trash can under one of these. I got my little griddle. We'll go up top. Throw a bag of dog food under there. Whatnot. The only problem I had, didn't have any mechanical problems going up there. When I started home, I just left. I had to bump the brakes, and the brake light switch, the one that's going to get kind of hard to understand. So it's got 3 brake light switches. It's got 2 air systems and then 1 brake light switch for the trailer brakes. If you pull the trailer brakes in, it energizes the lights on the truck and trailer. Anyway, it went out. When I hit the brakes, it stuck on, and I had to pull over to the truck stop, and I just disconnected the switch because my trailer isn't air brake anyway, and the trailer light brake switch is for air brake trailers, not for actually turning the lights on. So if you hit the trailer brakes, it turns the lights on the truck. I probably made that really confusing. Anyway, the only problem I had was the brake lights came on, it wouldn't go off. I had to pull over the truck stop and take a wire basically off a switch, and the light still worked with the pedal. Drove great. You know, the wind noise was bad. I was really displeased with that. I think it's just because there's such a box kind of right behind your head, the wind's hitting. But drove at 75, 80 all the way home. Had a little bit of tailwind coming home. It drove like a dream, drove like a Peterbilt should, like a long wheelbase Pete. Transmission's kind of noisy. That might be something we have to address. I need to check the oil in the truck. I'm curious if it used any oil. Looked like, I was trying to guess my fuel mileage. It looked like I'm between 5 and 6 miles a gallon, which is what I expected. I'm going to keep a log of how much fuel I put in it and the miles I drive. When I put a couple thousand miles on it, I'll have a good idea. Actually, it's fuel economy. But that's about the size of it. Been short and sweet, but appreciate you watching. Like, share, subscribe, all the good things, and we'll catch you on whatever comes up next.